All right, we're going to do another episode of Amp Tricks. Here's we've got an old, it's a 1963 Fender 6G15 standalone reverb. And go ahead and flip this around. Take the back cover off. There's the top. You've got a dwell, mix, and tone. How these work, you plug into it, it splits the signal. One goes straight to the 12AX7 through that circuit and out, well, through the tone control into the mixer and out. The other side goes straight to the 12AT7, then into the 6K6, out into the output transformer that drives the transducer on the reverb tank, through the tank, then that's picked up and then punched into the mixer, and then your dry signal going through is mixed with your wet signal. So basically this amp is a single-ended 6V6, 6K6 amp driving reverb tank. It's got an 8 ohm output transformer in it. So what we're going to do here, it's kind of fun. If you don't have an amp and you just have a standalone reverb, we're going to disconnect the input of the reverb tank. You can make up an RCA connector, mono to mono 1/4 inch. Plug that in there. Take an 8 ohm cab. Plug that right there. And now what we've got is you're going into the input. Your dwell becomes a gain or volume control. Your 12AX7 goes into the 6, or your 12AT7 feeds into the 6K6, into the output transformer. And now the output transformer feeds straight into your cab. And you have a little 1 or 2 watt, probably a 2 or 3 watt single-ended amplifier here. We'll go ahead and fire that up. And like any tube amp, you really don't want to run it disconnected or without a load on there. I mean, these are a little bit more resilient than a 100-watt amp. Still, same rules apply. Warm up. How about that weather? Oh, my bad. There we go. Hey, hey! Like I was saying, your dwell control now becomes the master volume. One thing though, that output transformer isn't really designed to put out a whole, or to handle a whole lot of amperage or current. So don't hammer it with a pedal, you know, just be smart with it. I mean, they're cheap to replace if you burn it up, so it's not like a big deal, but some old classic one like this, you don't want to destroy it. But you know, like a newer reissue Fender, you can do the same thing with it. Any of the Fender amps that even have a 12A or a dual 12AU7 in parallel as a driver instead of a octal tube, those work too. Any amp with a transformer in it to drive the reverb is an 8 ohm output transformer to drive the reverb, and you can do that with it. That's our maximum volume. Now let's turn that down, and I've got a fuzz here. My buddy Caleb at Bridge City Sound made me this for Christmas. He's a good guy. So we're going to roll back the volume on this, and we'll hit our little single-ended tube amp with it. Go ahead and turn up the output on that fuzz a little and turn down our dwell. Turn the fuzz a little more, but we'll turn the dwell down so it's not driving the shit out of So yeah, that's a lot of fun. Right there. Then just put it back to stock. Actually, what you can do is, if you're going to do that, you can pull the 12AT7 out, you can move the 12AX7 over, and even get a little bit more gain out of it. That's fine. Well, not really more gain per se, but you can break up a little more. But now the amp's off, pull your adapter out, put your reverb send back into its little plug, and you're back to a standalone reverb unit. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that.